Hello Aces and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. So today I'm going to show you how to build the Douglas TBD Devastator, which is a dive/torpedo bomber that was used by the US Navy during the 1930s right up until the very kind of beginning to mid-war point of the Second World War, as it proved to be kind of outdated, and it was very slow and rugged, and it can easily be shot down by the Japanese Zeros. And it was eventually replaced with the Douglas SBD Dauntless. It was also replaced by the Curtiss Helldiver and also the TBF Avenger, which was built by Grumman. This specific variant here of the TBD Devastator is basically the version of it in the 1930s, as you can tell by the yellow wings. Because a lot of the American aircraft during the 1930s, right up until the early 40s, had these yellow wings painted. So they were nice and brightly colored. And then they started painting them green for army planes and then blue for naval planes. And if you wanted to build a later version of this plane, like a 1940s era plane, version? You can build this all out of blue if you want to. But going over the layers for this aircraft, it's not a very complex build. It's pretty easy to do, and I will be showing you how to build it with bombs equipped. So you got like bombs on the wing, and there's also I'm missing a center bomb. I will show you how to do that in this tutorial. There will be a center bomb, and I will also show you how to build it having a torpedo. So this is my torpedo right here. Now, I should mention, since this is a naval plane, it can fold the wings. However, I did not build a folded wing version of this plane, so unfortunately you won't be getting a variant with this thing with the folded wings. You will have to wait for a later time for that, once I figure out how to do them, because they don't fold like straight up. They kind of fold diagonal. So I'll have to figure out how to do that, and then I'll make a small short tutorial of how to fold the wings on this airplane, and then you guys can basically do that. So if you want to build this plane, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need black wool, buttons, cobblestone wall, light gray wool, yellow wool, stone slab, red wool, dark oak wood fence gate, that's for the little machine gun at the back. You'll also be needing block of iron, glass, blue wool, white wool, and light gray and regular gray wool. Then for your cockpit materials, you're going to need item frame, clock, end rod, and oak wood stairs, or any other stair, because it's for the seats. So we will go over dimensions really quickly, and then we will get started. Okay, so going over dimensions really quickly. So it is a 2:1 scale, like all my builds are. It is 21 blocks long. So B stands for blocks, by the way. So that's from the cowling here all the way to the very tip of the tail, like the very end of the fuselage. And then it is 33 blocks wide. So that's from wingtip to wingtip. And it is 9 blocks high from the ground to the tail. Now obviously this thing would be, in real life, would be slanted. And they call them tail draggers, but because we can't really do, you can do slanted planes in this game. However, it would be a step pattern and it would look really weird. So I just built them straight like this. But in real life, it would be on a slant. So anyways, let's get over here and we will get started. Okay, so to get started, we're going to start with the very bottom of the fuselage. I don't usually start with the landing gear of the plane. I always like to start where the bottom of the fuselage is. So you're going to place blocks up until 4. So on your 4th block, then you're going to delete these 3 underneath it, and this will be the starting point. And we're at the very, very front of the plane, by the way. So counting this block, you're going to add 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You're going to put a slab at the back. So right on the front, you're going to have 6 slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 4 slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So 6 slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 6 slabs again. 4 slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then what you're just going to do is with your blocks, you are just going to come out by one like this. And this will get you started and prepared for the wings. So we're going to get on to that now. I have to count them, so that's why I'm not going to do them. I have to cut the video, count the blocks for the wings, and then we'll place them on. Okay, so for the wings, you are going to come right where we place this row of light gray wool. You're going to put some black, 1, 2, 3, 4, actually just make this the same size. You don't need to count it. So, but counting these two, it's gonna go 13. It's gonna be 14 wide, but the 14 is like this outer bit. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then your 14. This is gonna go by 3, and then you're gonna come in, have a 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're gonna come and then come out, and then this is just going to attach right into here, just like that. And if we just check to make sure we have it right, this is what the wing should look like. So do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to add your block. And then you're going to have 13. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then your 14th one will be your 3 here. And then you go back and you're going to have 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to come out again. And this is going to attach all the way here. And then all you're just going to do is fill up the wings. And then we'll put in the landing gear next. Now we will be putting this American symbol. We'll put this in at the end because it's kind of more of a final detail and everything. But we'll put in the landing gear next, and then we'll put in the rear tail wheel, and then we'll just build up the fuselage from here. So yeah, fill this in. I'm going to double check to make sure I counted it right, to make sure these wings are correct and everything. And yeah, we'll continue on from there. So. Okay, I recounted it and I do have it wrong. It's actually supposed to be 15 blocks wide. So this is 14, like from basically right here where the wing attaches to the fuselage all the way to the wing, right here. This is 14. So all you're just going to do is you're just going to add one on here like that. And you're going to add one more here. So I'll do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to add your 3, you're just going to make this one bigger. So you're just going to add blocks until it's one bigger. So you should still have the same pattern, but just moved out by 1. So there you go. So now, yeah, just fill it in, and then we'll continue on from there. Okay, so to put in the landing gear, you're going to come right to this block here. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th one, you're going to come underneath. You're going to skip 1, and your wheel's going to be right here. It's going to be 2 down. And then you are going to have some buttons. And you can also add a gear cover as well. I did not add that on this one, but you can add a light gray. Actually, I would add yellow because it would fold into the wing. So you can add a little gear cover there. So for the second one, for the next, on the other side, landing gear, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and on your 4th one, you're going to come back in by 1. You're going to place your cobblestone wall down here, and you're going to place a black wool and buttons on the side, and you can place your gear cover there, just like that. So now, to find the rear landing gear, you're going to come right to the back. You're going to skip 1. You're going to have a cobblestone wall, and actually I have a block here, and then a cobblestone wall, and then a black piece of wool here with buttons on the side. And there you go. So there's kind of the basis of the plane. We will be detailing the wings, like putting in the pitot tube and also the symbol at the very end of the tutorial. But now we're done with the wings. We can now do the fuselage and also the tail wings, like the ailerons. So let's go do that. Okay, so for the next part, you are going to come right to the front. You're going to place one light gray block here. You're going to go all the way down until you hit this slab right here. You do the same thing on the other side. You drag this all the way down, and then you're going to have 3 red wool, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And I believe it just connects onto the back. Yeah, just like this, connect onto the back. And then you're going to go 1, well, actually not counting this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the 6th one, you're going to have 1 here, and then 1, 2. You're basically just going to drag it all the way down. And you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on your 6th one, you're going to come out, and then you are just going to fill this in, and this will make your ailerons. So coming back to the front, you're going to place your engine. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to go 1, and then a black block here with a button on it. So this will make up your propeller cowling. And also what you could do as well, if you just want to place an iron one, you can do that. And if you're making this out of blue, you place a blue block here, a light blue block. So, but there you go. And there's the kind of the basis of the fuselage. So now what you're going to do is add a block, well, 2 slabs on each side here. You're going to add a light gray block here. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. If I just look over here, yeah, it's 3. And then you're going to fill in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just want to see exactly, because this is a 3-seater plane. I just want to see how far back. Okay, it goes almost up to the back. Okay. Well, actually, we'll do the beginning part of. We'll finish up the sides here, and then it'll be easier to count the cockpit floor. So this is going to go all the way down until it's 3 short. So 3 short here, and then you're going to have 3 slabs on here. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to drag this all the way down just until here. So it's like 3 blocks of the gray short, the light gray, and they're just going to go 1, 2, 3 slabs. And then right here, you're going to place a red block, and this is going to go all the way down to the back here, and this will start to make the tail, or I should say rudder. So now, for the cockpit floor, it goes down basically 1 block short of where the slabs are. So yeah, you can just finish up dragging your floor up to here. And then you're going to place a block. I believe there's a block on here. Yes, there is. And if I just look at it, yep, okay, that's perfect. So we'll do the cockpit at the end. Like, I'll detail it afterwards, but you can place a machine gun right here. Oh, okay, it's actually, okay, hang on a second, I made a mistake. It's actually 2 blocks here. So the machine gun is right here. So you could just build your fence posts up by 2, and you will have to place a block underneath to place a fence gate, open it up like this, and then finish it off with a machine gun with the fence gate like that to make your machine gun. And then you're going to grab some glass. Yeah, we'll do the cockpit at the end. I'm just going to show you how to build it with the glass and stuff. The glass is going to come all the way down to here. And it should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now, there is also another thing you could do with this plane. If you wanted the machine gun hidden, so like let's say if you don't want to have the machine gun, you could just fill out the cockpit like this, and you could just place a slab at the back of that. So if you wanted it without the gun, then you could just have it like this. But I placed the gun on mine, so I'm going to keep it. Like the canopy's open. And I'm going to show you another little thing of what you can do to make it have that feel that it's open. If you grab your glass pane, you can place 1, 2 on the back of this, on the sides of these, and this will kind of make it look like the canopy slided, because these canopies would slide back for you to basically, for the gunner to operate the gun. So that's just a kind of a cool little trick that I kind of came up with actually when I was developing a lot of especially the World War II planes, but in my main world when I build them, sometimes I figure out how to do these little things, so yeah. But anyway, so that's how the plane's looking so far, but I'm going to delete these, so I want to build it exactly like I have it here. So, guess what? The last thing we just need to do is put in the propeller and the rudder, which we're going to do next. And also the little details as well. But, oh, and there's actually, before I forget, there's one extra little detail on this wing here. I believe this is a little, would be like a searchlight or something, or like a indicator light or something, I'm not sure. But, you're also going to need another big slab. And if I just see where it is, okay, it's just right on the black block, very easy to find. You're going to come right on this black block, you're going to place a gray block here with a button on the side, and then a slab here. Now there's none on the other side, it's just the one on the one wing here. Alright, so now we'll get onto the tail and the propeller, and then we'll put on all the details, and then we'll put in the weaponry of the plane, and then that will be it. Okay, so this is where you're going to need all your cockpit materials, such as the item frame, compass. Well, you can grab a compass or a clock. I like using a clock, end rod, and whatever stair you choose for your seat. So what you're going to do is you're going to place an item frame into here. You're going to place a clock into here, and you're actually going to place. There's actually a couple of the materials I forgot. You're going to need a lever. This is for your throttle, and then you can just put one more here for the button. So this is the pilot seat right here that we're working on. So there's the pilot seat, and then you can just place an end rod in the middle for the stick. And if you really wanted to, you can delete this. You would put a block in front of that, and then oh yeah, if you grab your dark oak wood fence gates, you can place them right here and open them up, and these can act as like rudder pedals. So when you sit down and you turn these, it would turn the tail, like turn the rudder, and then you could just finish off with your seat right here. But the only problem is with this is your stick does not look like it's connected to the ground, so I'm just gonna leave it like this. But there's your cockpit, and then you could just put your glass back on like this. Then you're gonna have a block here to kind of separate it. So this next area is going to be for, I guess, the navigator to navigate through in case there's like fog or whatever. I'm just seeing where it is. So then you're going to place your stair here, and you might as well just place a stair on the back here for the gunner. But for the navigator, you're going to just place a item frame, and you're just going to have a compass on the back. So you have a compass right there, and then you could just basically put your glass all the way up to the fence gate. So your gunner is open, but remember, if you have it all closed in, your canopy just goes all the way through the back here, and your slab goes right there. So, but there you go. So there's the cockpit. So now we'll put in the rest of the details. Okay, so for these symbols on the wings, the American symbols, you are going to count 3 in, 1, 2, and 3. You're going to grab your white, and you're just going to make a white cross here. Not like this, like this. You're going to fill this up. Now, if you are doing the blue versions, do not do this next step, but you're going to place a red wool block here, and then you're just going to place your blue around it like this. So, if you want to do a later war one, you're just going to have this. But in the 1930s, on a lot of the American planes, they use they have a red dot in the middle of that. So, but I guess they decided to change it when World War II started. So for the other side, you're going to do the same thing. You're counting 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to put your white cross back in, like that. You're going to have a red in the middle, and then you're just going to have your blue wool on the sides, just like this. There you go. There's what the plane should look like. And then for the pitot tube, you are just going to come to this wing here, so on the left side of the plane. You're going to skip one here and go 1, 2, and 3. And that's it. So there's all the details. And if you wanted to place an exhaust as well, you can delete this and you can place an exhaust like this if you want to, which I actually might do. I'm not exactly sure how the exhaust looks on this plane, but this is what I'm going to do for now. Now, usually these planes would only have them on one side. You probably wouldn't see them on the other side. Only on like really high, like powerful engine planes, you would see exhaust on both sides. But anyway, so now we'll put in the weaponry. So we're going to do the bombs first, then I'm going to show you how to build the torpedo. Okay, so I was just looking at pictures of this plane because I can do that. So I'm actually missing an antenna on the front. So you're going to actually come right here on this side of the plane, so on the right side of the plane. You're going to go 1, 2, and 3. So you're going to have a little antenna going up. And I've also realized that there is actually no gear coverings. Yeah, there's no gear coverings, but you are going to have an extra cobblestone wall like this. So just like that. So now, if you want the bombs, now I'm going to show you a few different ways. So if we come to these ones here, so this is the one we're going to be doing, the one without the canopy and everything. We're going to do the weaponry stuff on this one. just so, because I have this one here, and then I also have the other one with the torpedo. So we're gonna place these wing bombs first, and also I got a bigger bomb in the center. Although I think if it carried this bomb, it would just be by itself, so that's what I'm gonna do. But we're gonna build these bombs first. So if you want to build these little bombs here, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. You're gonna come right to here, and actually this is where, yeah, you would place this, and then there would be a block here, a cobblestone wall, like that. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you're going to place your buttons on the side. And I should say that these are literally one back from where this cobblestone wall is. And then you're just going to place spruce fence on all of these, just like that. And you're going to do the same thing for the other side as well. So you're going to go one back, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to place your buttons on these. And then you're just going to have your fence posts attached to the backs of those, like the spruce fence. So now, if we're going to put in this larger bomb, so if you wanted a larger bomb inside... Oh, we forgot about this too. Okay. So another thing I forgot to do on my other build is the Naval Hook. So it's a good thing that I remembered that with the other ones. So what you're going to do for the Naval Hook is going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Just 4 on the back from this back wheel. Now, if you wanted it down, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, like that. So it will connect onto here, unfortunately, but this is how your Naval Hook will look like. Now, obviously, this thing would be on an aircraft carrier, and whenever I show you how to build aircraft carriers that this thing that it carried with this plane on it, you'll know how to use the Naval Hook, so you can put it down. But yeah. So anyways, so let's go do more of the weaponry. So yeah, so I showed you how to do these bombs. So for the bigger bomb, what you're going to do is you're going to come right into the center of the plane. So you're going to go 1, so from here, from this square piece, you're going to go 1, 2, and 3. You're going to place 1 here. You're going to place a green wool, because Americans use green bombs for their planes. You're going to go 1 out, 1 back, and a spruce fence on the back of that, and just a button on the front. So there you go. So there's if you wanted it carrying bombs. So now we'll do the torpedo. So for the torpedo, you're just going to increase this by 3. You're going to grab some blocks of iron, and you're going to go 1 out like this. And I actually believe this is, yeah, it's actually a 3. Your Naval Hook is not a 4. You're going to grab some slabs. And then you're going to go up by 1, and then right here you're going to have to dig on the ground, and you can have your kind of like your little fins. You're going to place an iron bar in the middle of those, and then you're going to come up by 1, 2, and 3, and then you're just going to have a button right here. So there is your plane with the weaponry. So this is what it should look like, and then this is what the one with the bomb should look like. And guess what? That finishes this tutorial. Okay guys, that finishes this tutorial on the Douglas TBD Devastator. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more of these cool, awesome builds, and if you have any build requests of what you would like to see next, please let me know down in the comments. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.